Good evening. Hi, welcome. This is Music in Bloom in the middle of winter because Jersey had another snowstorm today, and I think I still have my shoveling clothes on, which are a permanent part of my attire now. But thank you all for coming. This is Music in Bloom, and tonight we're going to be talking about looking back and looking forward. But first, we're going to start with our There's 100 things you could have done instead of coming here to Facebook Live. You could have read a book or played a game, take a walk or go for a drive. You could have cooked a meal from a new recipe, just text your apology, but you showed up for me and I like it. You showed up for me, yes, I like it. There's 100 things that you could have done. Say you just lost track of time. You could have dyed your hair or wrote a song, watched some Netflix, Hulu, or cry. You could have done a webinar or another Zoom. Just text so sorry, but you showed up for me, yes, and I like it. Showed up for me and I like it. Yesterday I went for my vaccine. A very dear friend helped me get an appointment. And we went to the Meadowlands. And my husband and I were reminiscing and talking about back in the day. We used to go to the track maybe once a week and not even break $20, but had a great time going there. And here we are lining up for our COVID vaccine. And I mean, the line was long and we were outside. And I was just laughing about what has happened, where we are, where we've come to today. So when I say looking back, I mean looking back and reminiscing, and we all do that and have fun. But I don't ever want to get into saying my best times were in the past because I still want to say these are the good old days. Who said that? Anybody know? Let's take a look. Hi, Lee. These are the good old days. Carly Simon. Yeah. And so we don't get stuck in the past. We just get unstuck and just celebrate the present and the gratitude in the present and look forward to what's happening next. Connect with the energy of the future. However, I do enjoy some of the beautiful old-fashioned things, especially when it comes to relationships. I like the old-fashioned way of communicating instead of texting all the time, just talking one-to-one. I like that a lot. And I love to sit down and watch the old-fashioned black and white movies. I could pass a night doing that anytime. So here's a beautiful song by Jerome Kern and Johnny Mercer, one of my favorite lyricists, 1942, from a film, You Were Never Lovelier. I'm old-fashioned. I love the moonlight. I love the old-fashioned ways. The sound of rain upon my window pane. The starry song that April sings. This year's fancy are passing fancies like sighs, holding hands These my heart understands, and I'm old-fashioned, but I don't mind it. That's how I want to be, as long as you agree to stay old-fashioned with me. This year's fancies are passing fancies, like sighing sighs, holding hands. These my heart understands, and I'm old-fashioned, but I don't mind it. That's how I want to be, as long as I agree to stay old-fashioned with me. Yeah, there's a lot of things about being old-fashioned that I like. I like the old-fashioned dress. I like the old-fashioned way that people talk to each other with respect. I like the way there's discourse back and forth, which you can't do on the computer. None of this, none of this. So yes, I love to reminisce and go back in time, but I mostly try to focus on just saying these are the good old days right now. I'm going to do a song for you now. I'm going to change up the order, and this is not mine. I didn't write this song, but I came across it and I like it. It says what I want to say. It's the kind of song that I wish I wrote. Let's say country song. Blowing out the candles on another birthday cake, old enough to look back and laugh at my mistakes, young enough to look at the future and like what I see. My best days are ahead of me. Life hasn't always been a party, but mostly it's been good. There's only one or two things that I'd change if I could. Don't get lost in the past or get stuck in some sad memory. And my best days are ahead of me. Hey, it ain't nothing but a number. Sometimes I gotta wonder, what does it really mean? But hey, I'm still putting it together. I keep getting better better. If I keep getting better, I can be whatever I wanna be. My best days are ahead of me. Isn't that a nice line? I like that. Ahead of me. I've got sunsets to witness and dreams to dance with and beaches to walk on and lovers to kiss. There's a whole lot of world out there I can't wait to see. And my best days are ahead of me. I said age ain't nothing but a number. Sometimes I gotta wonder, what does it really mean? But hey, I'm still putting it together. I keep getting better. I keep getting better. I can be whatever I wanna be. My best days are ahead of me. I've got sunsets to witness and dreams to dance with and beaches to walk on and lovers to kiss. There's a whole lot of world out there that I cannot wait to see. And my best days are ahead of me. And my best days are ahead of me. These are the good old days. These are the good old days. These are the good old days. I love that song. I love the lyrics. That was a country song by, some of you may remember, this guy on one of the early American Idols. His name was Danny Gokey. He used to wear big glasses. And he put out a couple country songs, and that was one of them that I always thought had a great story. So I saved it just for this day, just for this day. So let's see who's here tonight. Ellen, hey. Pamela. Oh, good, Pamela. Good, Mike. I'm glad to hear that. Good. Lee. Alexandria, great. Alexandria is going to be our guest next time, so look forward to that. I'm not going to tell you any more than that, but she's dynamite. Justine from Canada. I actually think it's warmer in Canada than it is in Jersey right now. I want to remind you that, let's see, this Saturday I have a Bloom group. We call it the Bloom Zoom Huddle, and we meet at 3:00. Any site, Live Your Bloom, this one, Bloomers, whatever, you'll see posts for it. If you're interested in coming, please do. And just click on the link. I'll see you at 3:00. We have a terrific group of people who get together and just talk about challenges of today and how we're going to get busy living our bloom. And we learn things from each other. So come on and help us out and share what works for you. And we'll share what works for us. I'm going to do a song right now that also has to do with letting go of the past and looking to the future. And it's going to be the title song of my new CD, Jazz and Bloom, which is another thing that's, I'm not procrastinating. I'm just getting it together. I'm not really procrastinating. It's not too hard, it's getting late. So drop your guard, you know you're great. Take a chance, shoot for the moon. Bloom, bloom, bloom. Nothing to lose, all to gain. Exhale your blues, inhale your rain. Nothing can grow inside a vacuum. Bloom, bloom, bloom. Bloom, bloom. What is the gift you've secretly harbored? The what if you've buried in a tomb? Oh, it's not yours, not purchased nor borrowed. How sad if you never bloom, never bloom. Not too small, not too dumb. Give it your all, scratch and crawl. Become that someone who breaks the rules learned in the classroom. Bloom once a year or every day. Blossoms appear in different ways. You can't be stopped 'cause you're in tune. Bloom, bloom, bloom. Ooh. Two guesses who that is. Well, right now it is time for a special guest. This gentleman was in our movie Does the Band Eat, which is on Amazon Prime. You must almost be tired of hearing me saying that, but I'm just going to keep saying it. And Joe played one of the main roles. He played the part of Kupo. And I'm going to bring him up right now and just let him tell you all about himself. Hey.
Hello.
Hey. Yeah, there we go. Move over just a little bit. How you
Sure,
doing,
yeah.
Joe?
I am doing well. I loved all those performances and all those songs. I feel like I'm a little embarrassed to play now.
Oh, no. There's different purposes for different songs. There's different reasons. And when you finish talking about what kind of music you do and why you do it, it'll make total sense.
Yeah,
You know.
totally. So thank you for having me.
Oh, my pleasure. And thank you for being in our movie. You did a terrific job. And tell the listeners who you are, what are you working on, where did you go to school, where you live now?
Yeah. Well, my name's Joe Cilento, obviously, as you said. I'm living in New York City at the moment. I am working as a composer and an audio engineer, working on different film scoring sessions and working on films and writing music for a lot of different projects at the moment. And I kind of took a little stint in Los Angeles for a time and soaked up all the sun out there. And before that, I was kind of studying in Boston at Berklee College of Music. And before that, I was just a guitar player. I just wanted to play lead guitar in bands, um, and I don't know. It kind of took me. It was the only thing I took seriously in school, and kind of followed it there. And from there, I've just been kind of following every interest since then. If whether it's learning how to play piano from guitar, or learning how to work within the movie world, I just kind of follow all these different passions that kind of pop up.
And I know when you're working in a studio, you get to learn a great deal about recording and sound, and
Mm.
which is invaluable. It's the best way to learn is just to be there. Yeah.
Yeah, I've learned so much by, I've learned a lot of technical things being in a studio and microphones and all that kind of stuff. But I also have really learned a lot from the heavy hitters that come in. Not even just the ones that have a big famous name, but the ones that have been working for 30 years and being arrangers or producers. And you just learn a lot by being able to sit in the back of the room and be like, that's how they
Mhm.
handle that on the fly or handle
Yeah.
troublesome situations.
Now, had you acted before? Was that the?
So getting in touch with Alfredo and yourself and getting the role of the movie was kind of like almost a dream of mine back in high school. I had only acted really in high school, but I loved it. I loved to just be able to embody a different character for a time, memorize some lines, and just being on sets with people is a lot of fun. There's a lot of camaraderie that happens and a lot of fun, especially
Oh, a lot of fun.
especially on your movie. It
Oh, we
was
had
a
a
lot
lot of
of
fun.
fun.
Yeah. some long days though, right?
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for
To your
sure.
credit, you always came ready, always came prepared, which is going to serve you well in your career. If that's a character trait, it's just,
Yeah,
it's great. Although you did leave your shoes here all the time. I
I
don't know
did. I did.
if they ever go away or what.
I know. I was actually looking for them for a while, and I was like, oh, I must have left them there again, huh?
So, how did you enjoy working with Alfred as a director?
I loved it. I kind of loved how it was a lot of, come prepared, come memorize your lines, get ready to put on some different, shirts and pants, get in costume and things like that.
Yeah,
But I also liked how it was kind of some of it was done on the fly. It was very it felt very at home being a musician. I kind of felt like we were just calling tunes on the day, but instead of tunes, it was scenes
yeah,
um,
good
and
point.
it was
Well,
it was a lot of fun.
well, sometimes what looks good on the page doesn't feel real when when you're recording it. So you got to improvise, and you did some of that. Sometimes you would just know I need a little more here, a little less here, and you
Right.
roll with it. The more you get
Right.
to know each other, the more the chemistry gels, just like a band, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it is really interesting, and I appreciated that. And then getting to know you and Alfredo a little more, I was like, okay, this is, these are deeply musical people. They've got that in them. I think that's why we got along so well.
Yeah. Well, we're
Um,
going to watch a clip from the movie.
yeah,
Then we're going to come back and we'll talk a little more, and the audience is in for a treat. Okay.
great.
All right. These are a couple of scenes put together.
It's gonna happen.
If Alfredo says it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Hey, you get a list of songs?
Yeah, gonna be a lot of 50s music, cha-chas, rumbas, 7 to 11, 4 hours, same routine. And hey guys, what do I always say? A half a loaf of bread is better than none.
Here's the wedding song, Yvonne. It's called Mine. The guys already know it. It's in the key of C, but you can change the key if you want.
And I will. What do you want to do? Put me in the stratosphere? You want to give me a hernia or something? Fredo, you're not going to believe this.
Let me guess. The piano is shit and it's out of tune.
Out of tune. That's very much like the piano I'm sitting in front of now. So it's not that.
Yeah, I play
It's
them
not
out
that
of
bad.
tune. Yeah. Well, you know the old joke when they say, "Did you tune the piano?" and they say, "No, but I painted it," or something.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
So you are going to play us. This is a song that is out right now.
Yeah, yeah. It was on my EP that came out last summer or at the end of last summer, and it's a tune called Ruminations. It's about. I was just, I think we all were last summer. I think we were all kind of stuck in our cycles, our habits from being locked inside and not being able to interact with a lot of people. So I just kind of kept having these same reoccurring thoughts coming back and back, and it didn't really serve me. I couldn't really break out of that, and so I just found a little bit of time to get on the piano and write some of it down, and throughout COVID and throughout being in quarantine and all that stuff, I spent a lot of time to finalize the album, finish producing and mixing and all of it, and then ultimately release it, which was something I didn't think too highly of because we were all inside. But looking back on it, it was a real feat, and I'm glad I went through with it.
Yeah. Well, I'm telling people you can get this on iTunes and Amazon right now. And it's a wonderful gift to be able to kind of take what's happening all around you and just communicate it through the arts or whatever your skill is. So here we go.
Great. Yeah. So this is an instrumental tune. So feel free to put your own thoughts and emotions on it.
was seeing all kinds of pictures.
Oh, I'm glad.
That's
I'm
really
glad.
for a movie. I would love to see that backing up something visual because it's really very emotive. It's really good for so many things. Beautiful.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it was. I definitely started to think of music that way, and really got drawn to instrumental music because of the music I was listening to, and a lot of moments that I would have where I would be out and about or be experiencing something and kind of not really needing words to guide me there, but just having a space to think about what was going on and having music to accompany that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you do it with piano, solo piano, or did you add other instruments?
Yeah, on the EP, it started off as a solo piano idea, and it still roughly is in that form on the EP. But I added a few other elements, a few string elements,
Mm.
and a few other kind of ethereal moments too.
Good, good. Well, I'm going to check it out and get it. So,
I appreciate that. Yeah.
oh, who is this Cheryl Cilento? What's that?
Ah, that would be my mother. Everybody.
It's taken me a long while to get used to this, when I have to stop and because I can't see great,
Yeah.
what is that, uh, but it's so nice and Robert Casal.
Ah, yep. That's my girlfriend's dad.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
Got the
Okay.
whole. You got the whole family here, really.
Good. Good. Well, I want to tell everybody. Oh, and Andrea Elizabeth.
Oh, I know her as well.
Okay. I want to tell everybody if you're not on my site, charminatoli.com, then you didn't get the email that talks a lot about Joe's background and has a couple of beautiful links to his music where you can actually see there's a video, a short video with music that he's done. So that's what part of what you're missing out. You're missing out on other things too. But so if you go to charminatoli.com, and people don't always know how to spell it, but there it is, 2 T's, 1 L. And if you want to learn more about Joe Cilento, go to his site. Everything is on his site. And,
Yep.
Very soon we're going to be looking at a movie and it's going to have music by Joe Cilento. I have no doubt. So, but thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, really. Thank you for having me. This was a blast.
Good, good. I'm glad you had a good time. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.
Of course. Bye.
Yes. We did have fun. We did have fun. Very talented young man. And I love when people just have a great work ethic too, that they come, they're ready, they have their clothes, they know what they're doing. It makes it so much easier to work with. We have time for one more song. And this is a song about the present right now, celebrating this time of our life, no matter how old we are or what we're doing. The song is called Stirred, Not Shaken. Yeah, I'll take that out of there. And I live each day. I don't take them for granted. Reaping the rewards of every seed I planted. I ain't got nothing to prove. Don't wait for no one to phone me. Time's on the move, but I won't let it own me. And wrinkles and lines, I've got my share. Visible signs of my savoir-faire. And like a dry martini at 007, I'm stirred but not shaken. I'm alive and my spirit's awakened. I'm stirred but not shaken. I am history in the making. Well, I'm stirred, ooh, but not shaken. I've got things to do I've been putting off too long. My emotional IQ is finally balanced and strong. I've passed 4 times 10. So what? Age is just a number. I know mother hen, cool as a cucumber. And aches and pains, I've got my share. Beauty of brain experience to spare. And like the dry martini at 007, I'm stirred but not shaken. Well, I'm stirred but not shaken. I am history in the making. I'm stirred, ooh, but not shaken. They say hindsight is 20/20. My eyes were open, didn't mean I could see. I was insecure like a scared little bird, constantly shaken, but seldom stirred. Bumpy rides, I've had my share. Now I take 'em in stride with a smile and prayer. But like a dry martini at 007, I'm stirred, not shaken. I'm alive, my spirit's awakened. I'm stirred, but not shaken. I am history in the making, and all of us are history in the making. Stirred but not shaken. All that experience counts. These are the good old days. Looking forward. Sing it with me. Stirred but not shaken. Stirred but not shaken. Thank you all for coming tonight. Be safe, be well, take care of yourselves. Happy blooming. See you next week. We have 2 new guests next week, and Alexandria, who's kind enough to come to the show. She's going to be one of them. So I'll see you then. Take care. Thank you, Joe Cilento, for coming tonight. Bye-bye.